We are going to just bitch.
Bitchity, bitchity, bitch, bitch, bitch.
So do you wanna go first?
We should probably explain what we're bitching about.
We're just bitching. We're just gonna complain. No, this is a list of our pet peeves.
At least a few of them.
Yeah.
Trust me, if we listed all our pet peeves, we would be here for years.
You know what? I actually don't have many pet peeves. I have a few, but they really aggravate me, you know?
I have so many that really aggravate me that I had to limit myself.
Okay, you can go ahead and go first.
Let's see, which one of these do I want to go first? People who say fat is curvy. That pisses me off so much.
That's true, because you can be fat and have a straight body type.
Yeah, you can be a blubbery beach whale and have tiny tits and a flat ass.
That's true. And you can be thin and naturally have fat stored in your breasts and butt.
Yeah, that's just something that really, really irks me. Because they're basically saying that you can only have curve if you're obese.
Yeah, and the reasoning, or what I always hear ladies say is, oh, women who are thin don't naturally have fat in that area. It depends. It depends on genetics.
Yeah, that statement is utter bullshit, and I don't buy it.
You're so pissed off about it. Like, this legitimately pisses her off. It actually makes her seethe.
Mm-hmm.
Which, I mean, you may think, oh, it's a non-issue. And it is, yeah. But, I mean, it's stupid. That's kind of why it's annoying.
It annoys me, especially because I am a thin woman who happens to have curves. So don't you dare tell me that my curve ain't natural.
It's not. Okay, so my first is probably even more shallow than hers, and that is people who can't line properly. It's like, I don't know why, but it really frustrates me whenever there's a line, and then people, instead of standing in that line, will stand next to the line, or they'll make like a big clump with their bodies in the middle of a line. Like, that's not a line. That's a clump. That's not how cues work. That's not how they work. You're supposed to stand quietly behind the person who is in front of you and wait. And then whenever you get to the front of the line, you get to do whatever it was you were waiting to do. That's how lines work. I don't know why that's so difficult for people to understand. Oh, I don't know why it pisses me off so much.
Because you're a loser.
I am. I'm a loser with nothing better to do than to go to grocery stores and then just glare at all the lines and go, you're not doing it properly.
Yeah, that is pretty annoying.
Oh, and people, this is part of it, but people who will cut in line.
Oh yeah, that's just inconsiderate.
I just want to beat them over the head with a hammer. It's sorry. I'm going to shut up now before I continue rambling. Your turn.
Yay, it's my turn. My next one is ill-mannered people. It's one thing to crack burp jokes and fashions jokes when you're out with your friends, but don't do that.
Did you say burp jokes and fraction jokes?
Flatulence.
Flatulence, okay. I was wondering what you had against maths. Okay, sorry.
But, anywho. Don't do that when people are eating. That's just gross. Okay? It's called table manners. Learn some.
Yeah, and on the same vein, I cannot stand it whenever people don't say excuse me after they fart or
I can't stand that either. I have actually caught myself saying excuse me for things that don't involve bodily functions.
Like what?
Like, I think one time I sneezed and I accidentally said excuse me.
That's a bodily function. I say excuse me whenever
I
sneeze.
mean like burping and farting.
I say excuse me whenever I sneeze. Because it's just as gross. Well, actually, it's more gross in my opinion.
I actually have a tendency to do that a lot.
Because, I mean, you're spraying mucus everywhere.
There was one time, because you know how I like to, growing up, I would always say that was for school. Well, one time I caught myself doing that when I sneezed.
Force the power. No one's gonna understand that, by the way.
I know. But still, learn some fucking manners at the dinner table.
Or
If someone's eating, that
in
is not-
public.
Yeah, when someone's eating or if you're in public, that's not the time to do that shit.
No, that's something that you learn whenever you're a toddler. Okay, my second one is when schedules are abruptly changed. Now, if something comes up and you have to change schedule, that's fine, but let the person know. Like, if it's something really trivial, like, I don't know, hey, do you want to grab lunch tomorrow? Sure. And then something comes up and you can't. I would say, an hour more than an hour. But I'd say maybe a couple of hours. It's okay. It's a good time frame for when you should let the person know, at the minimum. But if it's something very important, like you were planning to go out with this person a week prior, and then they wait until the last minute to say, oh, can't make it, like the day of, by which I mean like the exact time that you're supposed to go, then that's very rude. I think in that case, if it's something that you've been planning for quite a long time, they should let you know at least 24 hours in advance. I just find it really inconsiderate. Yes.
And that actually reminds me of one of my pet peeves that I wrote down. Inconsiderate people.
Well, there we
By
go.
God, can I not stand inconsiderate people? Ah, no, I just want to throw boiling water in the faces of inconsiderate people.
Now, whenever you say inconsiderate, it might be helpful to, by way of example, explain what you consider to be inconsiderate.
Huh? I'd have to think on an example. I think most people know what inconsideracy means.
Yeah, most people know the definition, the dictionary definition, but people can think different things are inconsiderate.
Last night, my grandmother had a bowl of water that was empty. So I told her, I'll give you some of mine. Instead of waiting for me to half it with her, she took all but a couple of sips. Yeah, just...
Okay, my third is Dr. Phil / Dr. Oz.
Losers.
Oh my god, every single time I watch them, I have this strange desire to slit my wrists. Oh my god, okay. So, I put them together because they're the same thing. Dr. Phil and Dr. Oz are the same sort of just charlatan, for lack of a better word, showman, masquerading as, proper doctors. And, maybe they are proper doctors. That doesn't mean that what they're saying isn't bullshit. Now, I didn't tell you this because I wanted to get your actual reaction to what I'm going to tell you, because I thought it'd be funny. But in order to just entrench myself in my hatred, I watched some clips of Dr. Oz and Dr. Phil before recording this video. Yeah, and one of the Dr. Oz things was to do with whitening your teeth. And, okay, well, Desi, did you know that eating raisins is just as good as using mouthwash? Sugary raisins. Sugar. Oh my dear.
Why don't you scrub pure sugar on your teeth?
Well, why not? I mean, this is a good segue. Another remedy he had for whitening your teeth, because of course your teeth have to be whiter than eggshells, is to brush with lemon and baking soda. So you want to just...
Baking soda I can understand, because that can whiten your teeth.
Mixed with lemon. So
yeah, I was going to say the lemon part is pretty stupid.
Baking soda can be pretty abrasive, so you're going to, use that on your teeth. That's why you're supposed to mix it with water. It's because it can be quite abrasive. You're going to scrub that on your teeth, and then you're going to put acid, citric acid on your teeth. That's great. Oh, apples are toothbrushes. Yep. So raisins are mouthwash, apples are toothbrushes. We're all living cuckoo land. Woohoo!
Yes. Lemon. A citrus fruit.
Here's another.
Your teeth are sensitive to citrus.
You're sensitive to acidic things in general.
Exactly.
Another thing, and this, I think, this example. Sorry. Yeah. This example, I think, the example that I'm going to give in the future, I think is a good example as to just what kind of show this person has. If you're not familiar with the show, count yourself lucky unless you want just a bit of a laugh, or you want, maybe if you're suicidal but you're having difficulty going through with it, this will be the show to watch, Dr. Oz. But apple cider vinegar. And it had these three ladies talking about natural remedies with apple cider vinegar, and this lady's using it for dandruff, whoop-de-fucking-do, and this lady's using it for children's sore throats. And okay, this really really frustrated me. Her reason, this is what, and this gives a good example as to who the audience is for Dr. Oz. The lady was like, oh, my children kept getting sore throats, and I didn't want to keep giving them chemicals. That's code for I'm an idiot who doesn't believe in doctors. And I think that doctors are just evil scientists pumping dark and evil chemicals into children. Woo! God damn it. Okay, sorry, that pisses me off, but what?
No.
Dr. Oz annoys me because he's very obviously preying on insecure middle-aged women who are just like, all the bullshit. Oh, I love it. Give me some more bullshit, Dr. Oz.
It's all very hokey. In fact, both Dr. Oz and Dr. Phil are shit, but I will say that I find Dr. Oz a bit more irritating because of that more hokey aspect. It's a lot more obvious what he's doing.
Yeah, maybe it's because he's doing it on such a brightly lit stage, and he's got all these, I guess they're celebrities. I don't know celebrities. I'm going to assume that they're celebrities. Celebrity guests come on and are talking about, they only ever talk about weight loss. You notice that?
I have noticed that.
It's almost as if his audience consists of middle-aged women who are not self-secure, the opposite, who are insecure, who are insecure about the fact that they no longer have the bodies that they had in their youth. Isn't that kind of bizarre how that seems to be the case? And in regards to Dr. Phil, who I have different, kind of the same but different problems with him, no psychologist worth his salt would advertise his patients' problems on live television. I don't know if it's like whatever, on television. They wouldn't do that. There's this little thing called confidentiality. The only reason you would be allowed as a psychologist, psychiatrist, etc., to divulge any patient information is if you thought that the patient's life or someone else's life was in danger. I mean, it's just like your medical records. Doctors aren't allowed to go around the water cooler and say, hey, you know Abigail, she's got like a huge cyst on her armpit. They're not allowed to do that. It's the same thing. And I think it's really, really just, if he is a proper psychologist, I think it's absolutely just unbelievably horrible for him to have these people who I think that they're actors. But let's assume that they are actually going through whatever it is that they're going through, whatever hillbilly incesty thing that happens to them. But let's say that all that's true. Let's say that he is a psychologist. Let's say that these people that go on the show actually do have the problems that they have. He's basically publicly shaming these people. That's extremely psychologically healthy.
You know it is.
And my uncle, he, in order to kind of say, oh, he's not that bad a guy, he said, oh, well, he, words come out of my brain. he says that people should seek help. He sends these people off to these rehabilitation places and all that. But those are very clearly advertisements for places that are rehabilitation places that are extremely expensive. It's just to close with my really long and rambly number 3, and this goes for Dr. Phil, Dr. Oz, or anyone that's giving you any sort of advice, be it psychological or medical. If they are not qualified and they are not telling you to go see a professional, like personally go see that professional, like go to the doctor, because we're all individuals, and people, in regards to Dr. Oz, people gain weight for different reasons. People are their weight for whatever reason, and you should go to a doctor to figure out how you can lose weight if you need to lose weight. You shouldn't listen to 10 foods that you should cut up to relieve fat, make fat jump out of your ears. I don't know. So unless they're telling you to go see a doctor, you just ignore them, okay?
Yeah. Don't take them seriously.
No. Because they're just salesmen. That's all they are. Okay. Rabbit from the future here, because I forgot to mention one of the most glaring things about Dr. Phil that should be a red flag to anybody, that he's completely full of shit, and that is the fact that he treats lie detector tests as if they are just 100% true, infallible evidence, which they're not. Those things, they measure like your heart rate and your breathing and your pulse and all that sort of thing. And so if you are, let's say, a very nervous person, you're very anxious about getting your lie detector thingy done, then chances are your heart rate's going to be up and all that. So it's possible to have a false reading. Not to mention you have people, let's say, who are psychopathic, who do something and feel no remorse. They're not going to register on the opposite birth control test, on the lie detector test. Or let's say someone with dissociative identity disorder. Let's say one of their personalities does a horrible thing, but their base personality doesn't know about that thing. Then of course they're going to believe that they are innocent, so they're not going to see. It's just, yeah, it's really frustrating. I expect that sort of thing from the, what is it called, Maury? You are not the father, you are the father, that kind of thing. I expect it from that. But if you're going to advertise yourself as this psychologist who is helping these people with issues, then don't go, oh, this test shows that you fucked your sister, and then start berating the person in public. Because it's, oh my god, okay, I'm gonna shut up now because I could go on and on and on for ages. God, motherfucker.
My pet peeve is slow drivers, and okay, I need to make a distinction. Most people, when they hear that, think, oh yeah, I get annoyed when I get stuck behind a slow driver too, but that's not what I mean. What I mean is being in the same vehicle as the slow driver is what irks me. If I'm going somewhere with someone and they're driving, if they drive slow, it pisses me off. It really does. It makes me want to jump out of the car and just lay in the middle of the road in attempts to get myself run over.
Or just start walking, you'd get there faster.
Probably, yeah. But, like my grandmother, who I talked about earlier, drives very slow.
People are gonna think you're just a horrible person on your grandmother. That old bitch. Yeah.
That's all I have to say on that.
On the same vein, slow motion tends to aggravate me. So that would be. I'm gonna preface this by saying I don't expect the world to stand still. I understand this is more my problem than anyone else's, and you just kind of have to learn not to be totally bitchy about it. And these lists are not to say people stop doing this. These are just problems we have with the world, and we just have to get over it and learn to live with it. That's just the sad fact of life. So people who are standing behind me, they're moving around, it really aggravates me. People walking diagonally instead of horizontally or vertically really, really frustrates me. And people who move slowly really, really frustrate me. That was a very short. I'm gonna keep that one short because I went on for like, how long was it? About 10 minutes on Dr. Oz and Dr. Phil. So I'm gonna keep this one short. What's your next one?
Okay, my last one is people who say that every animated film ever is Disney.
Well, every American.
Yeah, we're gonna say that because we're in America, so that's what we know. Okay, guys, I want to make this clear. Not every animated film that comes out is Disney. There are other animation companies out there. It's annoying when someone says, "Oh, my favorite Disney movie is Shrek." Shrek's not a Disney movie, you fucktard. That's DreamWorks.
And on the same vein, just because something's Disney or Pixar or da-da-da-da-da does not mean that it's good.
Yeah. But yeah, it mainly annoys me when people assume that things that aren't Disney are Disney.
I think it's because it's such an iconic name.
I think there's a mixture of that and the mixture of that it's an animated film.
Well, yeah, it's such an iconic name that you associate animation with Disney. That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Although the art styles are completely different.
Completely. And the storytelling is different in each one, too.
True. Okay. So, my number 5, or was it? Yeah, number 5 is horoscopes. I don't know why people still take them seriously. People were using this in the Middle Ages. We've moved on from bloodletting. Why have we not moved on from horoscopes? It's, oh my.
This is like, people are stupid.
That's true. And by extension, that would make us stupid as well. Which I think everyone is to an extent stupid. I would not say that I'm not stupid, at least in some degree. Ignorant, perhaps is the better word, but yeah.
Figure yourself, I am very stupid. I am now very special.
It's the same like on Facebook where they have those, oh, here are 10 ways you know you're an artist. Here are 10 ways you know you're a genius.
You know when you're blah 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 when.
Oh God, I was
give me a break.
So here's the thing about horoscopes: they are extremely vague. It can apply to basically anyone. That's how they work.
Every horoscope applies to every person on Earth in one way or another.
I'm going to add this last one, and I think it's one that you can agree with as well. It's kind of a two-parter. One, unnecessarily explaining jokes.
That is really fucking stupid.
Yeah, it ruins the joke.
Not only that, but that tells the audience that you don't take them seriously.
I'm talking about not just in film and things, but I'm talking about in real life as well.
I know. I mean, if you're in a group of people, they could temporarily be your audience when you tell a joke.
That's not a way to think about people you have conversations with, though. That's a great way to go into long-winded monologues like I do constantly.
Yeah.
You don't want to do that, guys.
But yeah, that just tells people that you think they're stupid.
Yeah, and the second part of that is just, I mean, not all American comedy, but I'm going to say American comedy films in general. And, I mean, I like a lot of American comedies. The Producers from the 1970s, was it 1969? I was going to say 70s. With Gene Wilder and Zero Mostel. That is my favorite comedy, well, one of my favorite comedy films. I love that film. And I love Young Frankenstein as well. And there are a lot of, I Love Lucy is great. Yeah. Three's Company. I like a lot of older comedy, but
that's because older comedies are actually funny.
Yeah, they're not overly obvious, and the ones that are kind of overly obvious are still fun. I don't, whenever I try to watch a modern comedy film, like, what's a good example? There was one that had the guy from the IT Crowd in it, and I don't know anyone else in the film, but it was like Aliens or something, and it's supposed to be a comedy, and then there was a remake of an 80s show. What was that called? 21 Jump Street, and it just seemed really obnoxious. It's like someone dangling keys in your face and going, laugh, 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 laugh. That's what I feel like whenever I try to watch a comedy film now.
Or a comedy TV show like Modern Family. That's not funny. That's dull and boring. And the characters are one-dimensional stereotypes.
It's really off-putting somehow. Like, I can't really put my finger on it, but it's like the camera work is kind of off-putting.
I agree with that. That camera work on the show's always bothered me.
I think part of it is that, like, I don't know if it's supposed to be making fun of a reality television show or if it's supposed to be like a sitcom, because they go about their lives and then all of a sudden they'll be like talking to the screen, I guess to the audience, which is really weird.
Yeah.
And
just the way the camera moves in general is just really off-putting.
And it looks really, really polished as well. And
it looks too polished.
Yeah, exactly. And the fact that the dialogue is very odd.
It is.
People don't really talk like that. I've never met I don't meet a lot of people. But in my lifetime, I haven't ever seen anyone who talks like those people.
Nor have I.
Yes. So I think we've listed all of our pet peeves.
I think we have to. I'm ready to take this mask off.
She can't take it off. She can't.
I know, it's stuck to my face forever.
Oh, that's like Goosebumps. That one Goosebumps thing. Okay, well, I suppose we should end it how we end every single video, by waving like idiots.
Bye-bye!